What's up, Robotech? The bot is up now. Sorry, I saw you joined early, but I didn't set everything up. I just got home, running around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. How's the new job preparation coming along? Huh? Are you conflicted? Do you miss your streams? We miss you. Uh, are you conflicted? Do you miss your streams a little bit? Just a little bit. Would you? Oh, and now there's a puppy being added. Oh, y'all did the famous too much new shit at one time. Hey, but guess what? We don't complain about memories of happiness. That puppy, new experiences, starting a new gig, all of those things will, eventually lead to a very masterful image of what you've always wished for yourself. So, take it in stride. Me personally as a pet hater, not a pet hater. I think I'm more of a pet owner hater. That's where my beef lies. That's where my beef lies. Would ya? Would ya? I hate puppies and small dogs. Robotech, I knew I liked you for a reason. That's why I fucks with you, Robotech. Because why is it so little? Why is it so little? Who knows? Who's got the answers to that? Don't tell the wife. I'm trying to stay in the good graces. Especially since it's borderline taking me a full year. Well, I'm revamping the comic book as well, so I'm editing a lot of new stuff. So I want it to be a whole retelling. A Frenchie, aren't those the dogs that have a hard time breathing? Oh, those are the bulldogs. The Frenchies they look like Frenchies though. Frenchies look like they cousins. Frenchies look like they cousins. Uh, Logs Beats, P-Jack Keyboard. Those are all very creative names. Oh, so does this one breathe better than the Bulldog? All I know is that Bulldogs are so unhealthy. The mascot for the Georgia Bulldogs literally has AC inside of his house, his dog house, because his ass be getting too hot during the football games. His ass be passing out and having seizures. They're like, we got a bulldog on a college campus has AC. That's where your college tuition is going towards, people. That's college football for you. That is college football for you. Have some. Yeah, that right there, that's where I draw the line. See, that's why people talk shit about cats, but you ain't never gonna have to wipe a cat's ass. A cat will never let you. Now the dog looking at you, you looking at it like, well, shit, come on. You don't want dog ass on your bed, so you better come on and wipe. And nah. Mm-mm. Wait, reach his own ass. So what? They be cleaning themselves? Well, then that same dog will then try and lick your face. No, I'm good. I'm all the way good. Keep your love to yourself. Keep your love to yourself and at a distance. Oh, by the way, we have new merch. We got the winter collection up. Let's pull that up. Would you? And I'm happy to announce, hopefully next week. Nah, see, that's game over right there. That's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker. But that's how I know you're better than me. Like, Robotech, that's why you're happily married and you found love because you can compromise. I can't find love because I can't compromise. I know my weaknesses. Would ya? Would ya? Boo. Hug me. Link it in. We got the Halloween stuff in. Halloween stuff is in. Comes with 2 designs. This is what's on the back. This joke tickled me. This joke tickled me. So we got the Halloween hoodie, multiple colors. On the back, got a program-related joke. On the front, we got our 99 treats. Comes in a few colors. I'm probably gonna get the gray one. Really like the aesthetic. The green one looked clean too. I feel like the cream would be like if it wasn't such a festive, but we'll go with it. Got the crew neck. Got the crew neck. I don't think I have 2 designs for this now, so this is just the simplistic one, just the Happy Halloween. Did I spell Halloween correct? Is that how is Halloween have 2 L's in it? And this is why I need an editor. Okay, it does. Thanks, Robo. I think the red one is probably the best looking one. Or maybe that gray. The light gray looks good too. And now because we have the emote, now we have the emote for the Halloween. So we'll just keep adding variations. I heart Halloween. And I don't think I have a variation on this one either. Robotech, your favorite game is now on the hoodie. I actually have this shirt. I wore this shirt on Monday. And I put something on the back. Oh, and I put the heart on the back. I didn't know I put the heart on the back. Is that why it cost so damn much? So we got this. The hoodies and stuff like that. I even made a hat. I love strangers. I don't know if people should be wearing this. Don't wear this. Probably not wear this one outside. I don't know if this will work. Let's see. Will it work? Yep, it'll work. So we got the hat. What else? We got the C hashtag. I brought that one. We redid the Blazer one. I have the iHeart coding. Got the T-shirts, the quality puns, but this is the one I really enjoyed. It's the coffee mug. We got the coffee mug racer, so we have different angles of it. So we have the red shell on one side, the stranger in the middle, and then the banana on the back side. We also have it in black, but this time I opted to just go with the symbol. And these are 15 ounces. I got a 10-ounce one. I got the 10-ounce one in black, and I felt like it was too small. But people say they only drink 10 ounces of coffee, so. But I was like, so is it 10 ounces of coffee, or is it really 8? And then you get to put 2 ounces of whatever you want, like sugar and cream. No one explained that to me, so I just made it a big cup. Hey, yo, what's up, Nimbus? Nimbus, are you back from your busy schedule? Are you back from your busy schedule? Nimbus, I couldn't make the shorts, but I did come in with the holiday centric Halloween merch. I really enjoyed this one. This one tickled me. It's just because of what it says on the back. This tickled me beyond reproach. But yeah, the new merch is there. Links in the description. Or you can just hit !merch. And that's right. All proceeds go towards me paying somebody to edit my videos from now on. So I don't have to do it. I take over as platoon sergeant next week, so I'm just know my life is over as I know it. Oh no! Well, congratulations on with the big girl job. You feel me? Taking over a whole platoon. We see you. But also, who the yapping has been considerably low in my chat. In fact, I noticed there was one of my. Oh wait, Nimbus. I don't know if you know this. I'm now the founder of I'm one of the co-founders of a club, and they were talking to me about like, yeah, you guys need to be like Hero. Hero has great stats. His chat is super engaging, and not just like one person talks, multiple people talking across multiple days. Yes, there is a club. If you look in my panel section. You'll see the QR code, and I think there's a link there too. Hold on. There should be a link there, but you should definitely join. I would love to have you. But they were like, yeah. But then like I noticed a noticeable drop off. And I was like, oh, well, I wonder what happened. I wonder what caused this drop off to happen. And I looked and saw in the perfect stranger, you weren't being listed in the perfect stranger. And I was like, oh, Nimbus wasn't here. That's the problem. Hey, yo, what up, Juco? My brother in code. You need to be in that club too. Please tell me you both. Okay, I guess we gotta talk about this right now. Cause you both should be in there. And to be honest, I haven't seen you both in a minute. But I feel like you both are interested in growing your channels at least. And with that being said, I feel. Just joined this morning. Good morning to you. Where are you joining from? Would you? Okay. So let me pull this up for you. Where is it? Sponsors. I have C3W. Okay, so yeah, we'll pull this image. Let's make sure this is nice and big. So if you need to scan the screen, you can. Yeah, the Creator Club. So this was what I was talking to you guys about probably a week ago. But like a week ago or so, I was approached by Twitch. At first they were sort of asking questions about just like how I manage my audience. For me to be such a relatively new channel and to have garnered such a following, I think first they want to make sure I wasn't like botting. So clap it, my numbers are real. We got botted once, and I had to go back and painstakingly remove all of them. But then someone gave me like a link to help me fix it real quick. But after said event, they then reached out and were like, hey, we think you would be a great person to bring on with the co-working coding club. I call it C3 because, of course, it just sounds cool. C3. But this is a club for anybody to join in, just like with the Black Guild, the Latin Guild, LGBTQ Guild, city social guilds in general. We wanted to start making guilds or clubs rather that were based on hobbies and not so much social things. So coding and co-working are two things that really happen in just chatting or software development, but they don't really have a space for them to come and meet. So by joining this club, all you have to do, there's just three things you really need. You need to have streamed at least once in the category of software development, once or the co-working category at least once this year. You need to at least be an affiliate or partner and 18 years of age. If you clear those three things, you'll then gain access to the club as a member, and as a member, you'll be able to interact with Twitch directly and other big creators. From what I've seen so far, it's the seminar they did on Monday was super informative. So if your thing is you want to kind of grow on Twitch and you want to figure out what people within your own community are doing in order to grow and how you can collaborate with them, and I think that's the biggest thing, is how you can collaborate with those said users. I think that's where things get super cool. So hit me up on Discord if you want to ask some more questions of me. You can also DM me on Twitch. But I highly recommend it. I think for sure, Nimbus, Juco, you both should be in there. But yeah, that's me. That's me giving my elevator pitch. Hopefully, I convinced somebody. My son, what's up? When's the interview? Booyah, Grandma. The health one was today. How'd it go? Give us the deets. Nah, it went well is one thing. Tell us how you went above and beyond. Tell us how you elevated. Hey, look, it's Non. Streaming 9 hours. Would ya? I submitted my application to join the club. Yeah, appreciate you. I don't know if there's a section in there that you can put who recommended you, but let them know a stranger sent you. I think the job is really good match, but trying not to get my hopes up. No, it's important to be hopeful, but it's also important to be realistic. Hope is a sign of prospering, right? So be hopeful, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. It's important for you to relish in the accomplishment. It's super hard to get just an interview, and then on top of getting an interview, to get an interview that you feel competent and confident enough to say you did well in, you definitely owe yourself a pat on the back. Yeah, most people get anxiety when they're unemployed. You're not able to feed yourself. This is a major issue in the real world. Nimbus, I know you got me. I know you got me. I'm just mad I couldn't get you those shorts. Uh, I had nightmares about it. You say you got 3 years of money before you die. That's what we call a good investment. All right, I know I'm running late, um, but it is in part because I was cooking a great meal, a delicious meal, and then also, damn, yeah, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. I have accepted my first sponsorship ever. I've accepted my first one. I should be debuting it on Monday. Um, so I'll I don't want to give too much away. I'm filming the ad read this weekend. I got confirmation from my business partners that I got the green light. My content isn't too nasty. I guess I won't be having any OnlyFans promos moving forward, but they really dig my content, and this isn't the first one I've ever gotten. This is just the first one I've accepted. I've received quite a few actually, but I've always tried to at least, like, my golden rule is if I don't find a value for it immediately, then I doubt my audience would. And that's not saying that, I know what you guys like or want, but I know what I want to project as something that I think is cool. And it's something I would actually have to use. So I think it works kind of perfect because it does go against something that I don't do. It's not coding related, but I think it would benefit people who do code. It's definitely it's a health related sponsor. So it definitely piqued my interest with that, and especially for the time of day that I stream, I think it's perfect. Like, I think it's perfect. So, like, we had conversations. We talked about, like, what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do. But I kind of told them, no, 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 no. Come on now. I said healthy. Uh, if Monster reached out to me on some if Monster reached out to me, they would have to reach out to me with their 0 calorie drink one. Their zero calorie one is pretty decent, but the Monster energy drink hub, oh god, no. Manifest it, Nimbus. You can do it. But yeah, so I will this weekend. I'll disclose it. I'll have a link, and slowly but surely you guys can start to recall the ways Hero started to shield himself away, ad at a time. But no, like I said, you guys hold me accountable. Let me know if I start acting too brand new. Let me know if I start acting too brand new. Nobody's beyond reproach. You feel me? Did I even start up? I don't even think I started Instagram's live. That's disrespectful. Coding with strangers. Hey, yo, what's up? 7.3. This is the second time you've been here. I've seen your name a few times. Are you my first local? Not local. Yeah, local. Implying the most recent? Not most recent. How would I imply this? You deserve some new shoes or something. Nimbus, it's so comforting to hear that. I tell people this all the time. Like, you never really know how any one person's day is going. You never know how real the smile is, how fake the aggression is. But it's always good to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I appreciate that. I got a shirt that says professional yapper. Well, how much time you got left? Are you gonna be in charge while I do the news? Or do we make Jujo, you ain't been here, man. We could put you in charge. I'll be in charge. I got it, okay? Well, everybody who's new, and I'll probably even have to repeat myself again because the cool kids are here first. But man, I'm happy we got the Python code to work. So now we can just work on the web dev part. And there's a part of me that just feels like I got that. I got that in the bag. I got that in the bag. All right, let's get into it. Clap it. Yeah. We hate you, Elon. Beta. We hate you. How you doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I hate you so much right now. Yo, we talk. Even though I know Elon Musk traditionally doesn't do well in the algorithms for me, for some reason YouTube talking about Elon Musk just doesn't do well. Maybe because he's a secret undercover Republican. They probably are censoring him, but that's neither here or there. We can make our own definitive decisions based on how people choose to act. And the ironic part about Elon Musk being this futuristic, save the world individual in the beginning of this timeline, and now him literally turning into Lex Luthor with hair, is preposterous. It's definitely going to be movie worthy, and the stories need to be told. But more importantly than the story, the annotated points in his story and his timeline where he chose to mess the world up instead of saving it. Remember, this is the person who owns the biggest electric car manufacturer in the world, and he has taken the side of profit over the environment. He used to be a champion for environmentalists and advocates for the environment, and he has slowly but surely become the snake in the grass. And it wasn't on accident. He's even trying to find ways of capitalizing off of the hurricane by giving out his satellites plans for free for 1 month, but you still got to pay the upfront $300 startup cost and to get the satellite in position, right? All the materials, the landlines and everything, $300 up front. Oh, and by the way, after the 1 month when you try and return it, you'll only get $50 back. And that's called capitalizing off of trauma and stuff like that, right? So when you have those things in mind and notion, stop me if at any point you've heard anything about Elon Musk literally building an AI factory data center in the middle of one of the poorest cities in Memphis and doing it without any form of regulation, talking with aldermen, notifying the group. And all that being said, only 37 jobs were posted for a whole entire facility. Let me know if you at any point heard that this was going on for the past 2 years. Let me know at if any point that a traditional plant like this to be up and running and to go through the checks and balances required for it to go through would take probably 3 to 4 years. The fact that it was implemented, he first time mentioning it was back in June of this year, to having it fully operational and no questions asked about what happened. Right? So when you put all those things together, the level of underhandedness that's going on, and of course, not even 60 days after the plan has been brought into cycle, people in the community are already starting to face side effects. And it just goes to a broader conversation that needs to be had when we're talking about AI and just the burden that it has become. The outright burden it has become, the outright damage that it is doing to the world, and how we need the people who have been funding it to kind of come to terms with the fact that it's not really doing what we want it to do. AI isn't the mythical magic button that's going to solve all of our problems. But that's another story for another day. Let's talk about how Elon Musk is literally the scum of the earth for Captain Planet. You dig? You dig? Elon Musk's new AI data center raises alarms over pollution. In July, Elon Musk made a bold prediction that his artificial intelligence startup AI would release the most powerful AI in the world, the model called Grok 3, by this December. The bulk of the AI training, Musk said that would happen at a massive new training center in Memphis, which he bragged had been built in 19 days. 19 days to get a whole entire data center infrastructure and they're all up and running. Impressive. But the thing that you famously have to remember about Elon Musk is that he has the fondest attraction for learning mistakes that people already know about. You know how like you're not supposed to touch a hot stove without like some type of protection? Elon Musk touches the stove and then comes back to you and tells you, hey, you know, you shouldn't touch stoves that are hot without proper protection. There's no signs about this, but surprisingly, no one knew. He acts shocked. And that's something that a lot of these pseudo smart people like to do. Right? But back to the story. But many residents of Memphis were taken by surprise, including city council members who said they were given no input about the project or the potential impact on the city. Data centers like this one use a vast amount of electricity and water, and in the months since, an outcry has grown among community members and environmental groups who warn that the plant's potential negative impact on air quality, water access, and grid stability, especially for a nearby neighborhood that have suffered from industrial pollution for decades. These activities also contend that these activists also contend that the company is illegally operating gas turbines. So gas turbines have to have stacks that actually go above and beyond so that the wind current, it goes into the upper atmosphere versus landing directly in the lower atmosphere, which is more active in our breathing in air. But those stacks push it into a certain but it's just mind-boggling how he was able to bypass it, or should I say usurp, all of the safety nets that probably went in place and probably should stay in place so that things like this wouldn't happen. And they're already experiencing issues. This continues a legacy of billion-dollar conglomerates who think that they can do whatever they want to do, and the community is just not to be considered. Keyshawn Pearson, executive director of the nonprofit Memphis Community Against Pollution, tells Times that they treat Southwest Memphis as just a corporate watering hole where they can get water at cheaper prices and a place to dump all of their residue without any real oversight or governance. Some local leaders and utility companies conversely contend that XAI will be a boon for the local infrastructure, employment, and grid modernization, given that the massive scale of this project XAI foray into Memphis will serve as a litmus test, or whether the AI fueled data center boom might actually improve American infrastructure or harm the disadvantaged, just like it's so many other power hungry industries of the decades past. So, something you have to know about this area in Memphis is that they have underwater swells. Underwater swells are used to maintain their water. So I even looked up in this area and spoke to a friend. In certain parts of this city, because the water comes so naturally and is maintained by the people, they literally only get a water bill once every 3 months. And the only other time I've ever heard of that happening is when I lived in this rural ass place in Nebraska. And I was so shocked. I always used to call them like, "Hey man, I didn't get a water bill this month." And they were like, "Oh, you only get a bill once every 3 months." Like, that's just how it was set up because they have a natural water supply. So to have these, and since then, they've also experienced issues where factories in the area said they weren't dumping, and then 3 months later, kids started showing up sick because of poisoning that has gone through cross contamination. Because they are dumping. They're lying. These companies have the game plan and it's built into their budget. We know this for a fact. It's part of their miscellaneous items. Break the law, apologize, pay the fine. Right? And when it comes to smaller, specifically minority communities, throw them to the wolves. Throw them to the wolves. We'll get Obama to come on screen and drink some water that he got out of a water bottle and pretend like everything's fine. Flint, Michigan's water supply is still an issue to today. It's still an issue. It's still an issue. And it's one of the more diabolical things because, once again, this was done without anybody who actually lives in those communities or the representatives of those communities being a part. Remember, they voted for these people to manage their community. Aldermen and things like that are elected. Council members, city hall, the mayor, these people are elected. But we don't really have to look or think very hard about some of the things that has already happened. Right? We don't have to really think about all of the bad things that Elon Musk has touched with his bare hands and managed to destroy. We can think about, for example, Tesla and how that company is falling through the roof. And about to go through the ceiling. About to go through the dirt on the ground. We could think about the Boring Company, where the first frontline people who were in charge of boring the holes had to collect the wastewater and literally dumped it on the streets of the local city, where they would lie about fines and permits just to bypass the rules. We can think about SpaceX, where little debris was being just ripped off of the ships and their rockets and landing in people's backyards. Texas has already fined them several times. We could also talk about his most popular failure, my personal favorite, Twitter, and what a shithole that is. Because one of my favorite things to date is, they finally got clearance to get back into Brazil. Brazil's Supreme Court finally punked his ass enough to make him conform like he should and would and will have. But guess what? They were delayed by a few days. And it wasn't because Brazil was playing a fast one on them. It's because literally the financial department at Twitter paid the money to the wrong bank. They wired the money to the wrong bank. And just imagine having to pay a fine of upwards of $1 million or something like that. And you sent it to the, that just lets you know how well fine-tuned that engine is over there. They sent the money to the wrong bank. So when Twitter couldn't go live, everyone was like, see, Brazil is being being tough, and they're like, we never received the money. He's not. The fact that people continue to believe and give him chances is so weird. It's so weird that, like, if any of us messed up, we're going to jail. That's the end of our business. We losing our house. But like, they continue to get the benefit of the doubt. And it's not even like we give them the benefit of doubt. It's not even like we give him the benefit of the doubt based on, you know, his accomplishments, the things that he's done correct. He has so many goddamn L's in his shit. So many damn L's. More than Halloween. What's another long L word? Lollipop. He's got a lot of L's. So the fact that we keep giving him these benefits, that is like this. But okay, I know what you're saying. You know what, hero? The good outweighs the bad. AI has the potential to solve a lot of issues. How bad could it be? I started to ask the same question. And you'll be happy to know AI gave me an answer. So let's just see what AI has to say, right? Like, we can just ask AI, how bad is it? Let me scoot this screen over for you. Would ya? Would ya? Come here. Get over here. I asked a very simple question. Is AI hurting the environment? Very simple question. And the bot is self-realized. This is the first step to Skynet, you guys. It figures out it's real. It figures out it's real. It knows that it's not real. That's the first step to Skynet. Yes, artificial intelligence, AI, can have negative impacts on the environment. Energy consumption. AI requires a lot of electricity to power its server and data centers, which can contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. Training a single large language model can emit as much carbon dioxide as a 125 round trip flight between New York and Beijing. We got to get a fact check on that. Oh my God. What? Every one of those like, just go on GitHub. Just go on GitHub and search large language models and just see all the abandoned, forgotten projects that people thought they were about to make money off of until they could figure out where to just put a wrapper around it, around the tokens. Just go look how many forgotten GitHub packages are just out there. And how many tokens are out there too. There's tons of tokens out there. Water usage. This is important because even Microsoft, the big three of AI, came to the conclusion that at one point they were submerging their data centers in the ocean to try and cool down their AI data centers. No such luck. They outright electricity waste. The fact that a bunch of tokens are being used to look up shit like how to make cheese pizza more cheesy, and they say put glue, is just proof of how useless it is. And now, but guess what? The bot itself is self-aware. It understands its bias as me, a human being, asking an AI simulation about if you are bad. AI applications can introduce bias against nature and animals if they are trained using data on human inputs contains these biases. Miscalculations. Algorithms may not be able to accurately calculate the impact of natural disasters on communities, which can lead to a lack of resources in affected areas. It's kind of strange that it understands we won't know the impacts we'll have on the society that we're running in because we don't know how you guys feel pain. We don't know how to assess that. We don't know how to assess how people hurt themselves. Are you hurt? Are you confined? But guess what, guys? The AI bot isn't going to let us down. However, AI can also help reduce the effect of climate change. Oh, really? How can you do that? By modeling climate change predictions and developing low emission infrastructure, AI sustainability algorithms can also improve water efficiency, minimizing power, optimizing training and process. So basically, it has confirmed, it has told us, hey, the way you can save the planet, just turn this shit off. Turn AI off. We're killing you. It's saying, could you imagine the thing that's killing you telling you this is how I'm going to do it? Why wouldn't you unplug that? It just told us it can map out how the world is going to end. And we're like, nah, let's keep the shit plugged in. Let's see what happens. Hey, you know what? Like, share, and subscribe. I don't want Skynet to come for me. They probably got me on their radar. I appreciate you guys. But hold on. I saw someone in the comment section defending Elon. Let me see that. Let me see them hands. Doot. Let's see what we got. Hey, what up, Kevin? Because the government is not focused on improving the lives of non-white individuals, there's a tendency to construct projects without regulation, safeguards, or this is part of redlining. This is absolutely part of redlining. It's something that we've inherited from the 60s and 70s, but now it's been relegated to just, instead of saying redlining, they say south of the tracks, on the other side of the highway type shit, right? So we've seen this. You say Krafka, you saying he's open source though is a good thing. I mean, yeah, him agreeing with open source, yeah, cool. We'll give him a point. Clap it. He agrees with open source. How about we focus on him literally killing people in the community? Let's talk about him in 19 days setting up something that is literally killing kids in a community. Let's try and stay on task. But good on you for finding he likes open source. My content could be deemed, yeah. I guess if this video on the internet could do something bad, yeah. What pollution would a data center itself be releasing? This is more the pollution is the fact that they are taking up water that they're using to cool those centers. That water in turn is then needing to be dumped, so it can't, and that water is full of high lanes, metals, and nitrogens. So you can't put it back into the main water supply because they'll then contaminate the rest of the water supply. The air pollution, which is going to be off of the AC units or whatever else they're using internally to cool the plant with AC units, and then also whatever heat is being the electrical generation from taking off of the grid, that emission in exchange. I mean, we just read it. To train a large language, just one large language model is equivalent to 125 trips around flight. He's talking about building the biggest data center to train XAI. Krafka, why are you streaming this? Shouldn't you be riding in the streets? Yeah, just tell me what streets you want me to ride in. I'll be glad to do it. Will you be there with me? Since you agree, right? he said he could reach 15 people on the streets. Okay, so just let me know whenever you want to go out and protest. I'll be glad to join you. I'll be glad to join you. It's because millions mean nothing to. Yeah, the fines and penalties will never mean anything, and the $1 million penalties and fines are always going to be. They're just part of doing business. Oh, pay $1 million and I get to make 20 million. Just decided to go do something on your own. Also, gotta take time to chill and relax and talk. Talk people, good people. I'm watching the ads now, so I don't know what conversation is right now. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe Kafka doesn't understand like um how do I say this without sounding like a douchebag? Maybe Kafka doesn't understand like how you can criticize something and how you can use your platform to inform you, because my guess is that the 15 people here now probably didn't know about this plant in Memphis that Elon Musk got up in 19 days. You probably didn't know about that. And then tomorrow, if by chance someone says, hey, all these new AI plants are popping up out of anywhere, you could say, yeah, there's one that popped up in Memphis. And now you can tell those people you know around them. So it's about, the 6 degrees of separation. I like to think that if I can change the life of one person, I could change the world. That's it. I never go into surgery thinking if I can't save this person, what's going to be the consequences. I always go into surgery thinking, just save one person, and then we'll see what the consequences are. But yeah, AI is complete and utter bullshit. I totally agree, TV Josh. 5 from you alone? Damn, Kev. You out here destroying the world, bro. Dude has gotten L after L, grimy. Nah, don't worry. If there's any place to be on a soapbox, Jojar. Yeah, you can't fill a cup up. You can't fill a cup. You can't fill anyone's cup up if your shit is on empty. The rule of cool is before you can save a life, you got to make sure you got your cape on. Go get your cape on. I didn't know, but not surprised. My AI models only fucked with power bill. No one else has got hurt. Oh yeah, it's my favorite thing to tell my patients. They'll always come to me saying, "I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Why don't you just focus on getting up first?" What? You're bedridden. You'll be bedridden for the next 3 weeks. In the next 3 weeks, you'll probably your muscles will deteriorate. Your your anxiety and your stress will increase. And when you're finally given the ability to get up, all the things that you want to do in the world and you think you're gonna do, you won't be able to. So I just want you to focus on doing one thing, and that's getting up and taking your first step. You eat an elephant one bite at a time. All right, cool. So the news is over. We got our ads on, turned back on. Yeah, we got everything back on. Would you, would you, would you, would you? All right, cool. So let's talk about Nimbus. Turn it all back on. Yes, yes, yes. You got asthma? You want some new lungs? Yeah, but the lungs I give you only last about 7 years. And plus, you're young. Your young lungs are gonna be better than any transplant I can give you. Would you? I think you only get two. You only get two. You only get two tries. I have asthma. So what are you talking about? I have asthma and I run a mile and a half every day, Monday through Thursday. What would you? Heartbeat, bring it in. Oh, why'd you loosen up, baby? All right, so let's talk code, shall we? But no, great post discussion conversation. Well done, people. I'm proud of y'all. Having civil discourse. Don't forget, we have the perfect lurker. If you want to jump in the race, no one has claimed third place. Robotech is in first. I don't think she's moving though. Oh no. Oh no, she's moving. She's moving. If you want to join the race, it's the channel point, the perfect lurker. Would you? All right. Would you? That was loud. Can we play the spooky soundtrack? It's Halloween. So Nimbus, when do things get serious for you? Okay. Well, that's boring. Would you? Okay, so we're here. Hey, thanks for the follow. Don't forget we're streaming on all platforms. Okay, so let's start with the good news. The good news is JK, what's up? Oh dang, JK, you're late to the race. Okay, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. All right. All right. So, oh man. All right. So, the good news is the test PBY works the way it's finally intended to. Um, there was something I wanted to kind of explain about this, but in retrospect, it probably won't make sense if I had class. It'd be like that. It'd be like that. Got to get the education. But basically, mm, Ren, what's up? All right, so basically, taking it from the top, we've integrated the Spotify code into this. We took that from the Yahoo, not Yahoo, but the y'all know what I'm talking about. The YouTube project we did. Did that finally work? No. Yay. But with that project, we were able to get hold on. My music finally started working, so let me fix that. Uh, give me the spooky shit. All right, so the problem we were facing with the song length upon closer inspection is realizing that one, the song name and song artist that we are looking for is we were pulling it from the user profile JSON, which is in a string format, which they weren't gonna accept. They would accept it in a dictionary or like a tuple format. So instead of doing all that, what we just did was like query through the tracks and just take the name and then find the track, because with that it's a lot easier. If we know what the song track is, we can then just find the person's name. So instead of us looking for the artist and then going into the artist library, because you can't go directly from the artist to the song. You have to go artist, album, library, and then you can go song. But if you go song first, the artist is immediately attached. So you look for all the songs and then find the matching artist. The next thing we wanted to do is, what happens if Spotify, like, we don't know if Spotify might shut down while we're streaming. So in the event that Spotify shuts down, we added up all the songs. How do we do this shit? We added up all the songs. Where is that shit at? Hey man, don't make me look like a liar. Hey. Oh, there it is. We added up all the songs, which is all of this ish. So it's about 240 songs. We added it all up and divided by 240. and the average came out to like 3 minutes. So we'll use 3 minutes if we can't find the song. I haven't had a situation where I can't find the song, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I think that's the saying. I live life on the edge, so I don't know what it is. I don't know what the real answer is. But after that, we then implemented a timer that updates a countdown for us, a song timer, and it always starts off at like 586 or 5,800. Yeah, 5,800. But in this case, it's actually going to be a little bit higher. And the reason why it's a little bit higher than 5,800 is because we add the song. So whenever you add a song now, you will be able